We have units of hours and hours, so I have 4 full hours. Now this is getting close to being 5 hours, but it's not quite there. So I'm going to take what we have as a remainder, I'm going to type it in, and then students often ask themselves, like, what do I multiply this by? How many minutes are there in an hour? 60. So I put in 60. The whole number goes into the blank, so there's 39 minutes. 0.657 is equivalent to 39 minutes, but there's still a remainder. So I type in the remainder. How many seconds are there in a minute? 60. Times 60, and we have 25.2. So again, I have hours and hours. The 5 comes down, but I have a little bit more than 5 hours, so I'm typing it in. Taking it by, there's 60 minutes in an hour. Okay, so 16 full minutes, but there's a remainder. Taking the remainder, how many seconds are there in a minute? There is, make sure I type this in right, there are 60 seconds in 1 minute. You're a visual learner. We're going to make up just a little scenario here. You hike 7.9 miles, so I'm going to represent that. That's mile number 1, 2, 3. You don't have to do this. 4, 5, 6, 7, and you almost hike 8 miles. Like you're right here. So if we are going to judge our distance, it's all the way up to this point. And each one of these segments is 1 mile, or equivalent to 5,280 feet. So there's a total of 7 full segments. So I have 7 times 5,280. And then I have this partial. I have 90% or 0.9 of this additional mile. So on my calculator, I'm going to take 0.9 times 5,280, and I'm going to write down that last part. So again, 7 segments, each representing a mile, or equivalent to 5,280 feet. So 7 times 5,280 plus an additional 4752. So this would be 41,712. But when I convert this, I know these full 2 miles, each are 5,280, plus I have an additional 0.2, which is 20%. I have an additional 0.2 of 1 mile. How many came up with an answer of 11,000? 4.725 days. These are different units. I have 4 full days, and each one of the days represents 24 hours. This is a partial day. It's not a full day. So I put in the partial day, and I know that there's 24 hours in 1 day. So 17 remains in this category. I'm going to add these together, and that's the number of hours represented in 4.725 days. So I'm going to do that really quick. There's 113 hours. Now this remainder of 0.4 needs to be taken care of. How many minutes are there in an hour? There's 60. And there is no remainder. There's no point, so there's nothing here. There's no seconds.